This is a patient that came to the clinic complaining of pain in his front tooth. It turned out that the tooth circled in blue was responsible for the pain. And when we take an x-ray, we can see a large lesion around the root tip indicating an infection. There's also a retained root beside it. We can also see some recurrent decay under his upper anteriors and some more under his upper first premolar crown. Clinically, we can see there's a bunch of class 5 decay under his canines and premolars. So patient hadn't been to the dentist in quite some time and wanted us to come up with a plan to get him out of pain, take care of his cavities, and get his front teeth functional and aesthetic again. We were working with a bit of a budget, and he was opposed to root canal, so our plan was to extract the infected tooth and the retained root, make a bridge from the canine to the central incisor to replace those teeth, put crowns on his other anteriors with recurrent decay, and then restore the class 5 decay with direct restorations. Here's some photos of before and after the quad 4. I'm going to post that pretty soon. The left side, I've already posted that on my channel. I'll make a link in the description. And then we prepped the anteriors for crowns and bridges, and I made them myself in-house with my milling machine. There is a result. And before we get into the footage of the installation of the crowns and bridges, I'm going to show you how I make them. So once we've prepped the teeth, we're going to take a scan, and I usually like to have a good 1.5 millimeters of clearance for zirconia bridges, which we had. We're going to send that off to my designer, and he's going to design these parts for me and send them back. I'm going to plug them into the milling machine. Here's the milling machine milling the parts out. This is about a 4-hour mill. Once the milling is complete, we're going to take out the disc and inspect the parts. Going to cut them out and then de-sprue, smooth off the sprues with this lab hand piece here. All the parts, and then once the green state parts are free, I actually like to put a stain on them. This is called a pontic reducer that makes the pontics have the same color character as the retainer teeth. And then I'll put on some of this incisal effect to the incisal edges, which makes them look a little bit more translucent. And then here's our parts ready to be sintered. There they are in the sintering tray with some other cases. We're going to put them in the furnace overnight at 1500 C for 8 hours, and then they're going to come out ready to install. So we're going to do a dry fit. Going to get the patient back, do a dry fit here, make sure that we're happy with the quality of the fit. We're going to check the bite for comfort. And we had good contact all the way around, so no adjustments to the bite. We're going to check the interproximal contacts with some floss, and we were happy with those two, didn't have to make any adjustments there. And then I'll give the patient a mirror and let him look at them and see that he's happy with the aesthetics. Not exactly a Hollywood case, but we did what we could with what we were given and the budget that we had. And so we're going to take the teeth out, going to pumice the preps, condition the insides of the crowns, and then load them up with some resin cement and seat them down. We're going to set the cement with our Velo Grande, and then the crowns are in place. Going to clear off the excess resin cement with an Explorer, and then do the same thing for the bridge. Bridge goes in. This was an immediate bridge. We actually make it a week after we've extracted the teeth. I just have my designer extend the pontics down into the extraction sockets, and I've had good success with that. And then that is this case. So, patient was happy. We were happy. Gave the patient a whole bunch of high fluoride toothpaste and an electric toothbrush, and hopefully he comes back for hygiene appointments. But yeah, that's this one.